Tom Honig. I'm reaching out to you from GTI Spindle Technology, where we've developed the iPad Vibration Analyzer and iRotor Balance. We're here to show you today a brand new app called IGrinder Balance, which is designed for grinding wheel balancing on grinding machines. And what I've brought here is a traditional grinding wheel hub, which the weights are missing, but normally the weights would be here at 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 8 o'clock. So when a new grinding wheel is put on this apparatus, those weights can be slid around to a certain area to take the unbalance out of that grinding wheel. So what I've simulated here is I've done the same 3-weight system on my outer hub here. And what I've done is taken a very large screw and made this motor drastically out of balance. You can see it even hangs at the bottom because of that weight. And I've already done our first run where the weight was at 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 8 o'clock. And the iPad has already told me, well, move this from 8 o'clock up to this position here so that I can do my second run, which I'm going to show you here on video. So what we're going to do now, just real quickly, on the analyzer itself, it's our traditional box, industrial case. It's a 2-channel system, so one for the tachometer, one for the accelerometer, and it is in a protective case, and it can be simply just popped right out so that you can use your iPad outside of the system. But let me go a little further because there's some real interesting parts to this app, and we're going to do our final run. I'm going to sit down because traditionally your machine would be up high. Being on a tabletop, I'm a little low, and to face the unit would be easier for me to sit. So Stacy will take all the video from behind me. I'm going to turn on the motor, and as I stated, I've already done my first run, which was a value of 0.289 inches per second with the heavy spot at 161 degrees. Then it told me to move my weights to 0, 60, and 240 degrees, which is where you just saw them. And I've done that, and now I'm taking my final run. So I'm just going to hit get one more time. And it's now telling me to put my weights at this position right here, which is 334 degrees, 78, and 230. And the value is a 0.52 right now, but we're going to get a final run at the very end. So now we will turn the motor off. You can hear it actually vibrating right through the table at that value of 0.3 inches per second. We're going to see how good we can get this by doing what the iPad tells us. So real quickly we're going to look at those numbers and get close. Which first we find our 0 mark, which is our tape right here. And it's telling us our second weight to be around 225 degrees, so I'll get close to that. I think I'm pretty darn close to 225. And then you can see just slight of 0 to the right at 334 degrees. It's asking my top weight to be, which is a little stubborn, but I'll get it slid in the right spot here. And now that one's intact, and our last one is just slightly higher than 90 degrees. So we'll take that one. If I can loosen it, there it goes, and go just slightly higher than 90 degrees. Now, this is the neat thing that we put into this app that I really like. Once the wheel is at 0, we can use this camera button where it says use camera, and we can line up all of our, once that focus is in there, and we can put our red target right on those bolt heads, and it looks like I got them pretty darn close. Probably should come up a little bit on this one, but that's what it's for, is to know, all right, you know, we weren't quite perfect on one to what the computer was telling us. Let's move it around a little bit. So let's take a final reading. We'll close this camera portion so we can see the spectrum. And I can already see where I got a 0.012 inches per second all the way down from 0.28. So we're going to hit that get button. And you can see there is my red dot of where we started. And right in the center of the target where I wanted to hit is our final. And that only took just a few moments. Now what we're going to do is go to our report feature, and we're going to put this in a nice report. and it's going to tell us where we took our readings and where this all took place, right next to Massapequa Lake. It already put my spectrum into my report for me. Any notes, it pulls up the keyboard. It's also told me what my original amplitude was and what I ended up with in a nice report, you know, machine ID, machine location. I can also take a photo of what I did so that I can remember exactly what the whole setup looked like, and that puts it right in the report. And now I can put my signature in there to sign off that I did this, and I think I did a good job. So I'm going to sign off. I'm just going to take a quick view of my report and how it's going to look on the other end. I've got the different weights I use, my amplitude, my signature, my polar plot with the first reading and the second, my spectrum, my picture, and my map, all ready and ready to go. Hit email report, puts it in a small PDF. I simply start typing my letters. Boom, boom. Now my report's gone. My asset is balanced, and I can go to my next project. Very easily done on the iPad. Thank you, and if you want more information, please go to www.gtispindle.com.